Hey guys, it's Spider Criminal, and if there's one thing you should know about me, is that I love Dick. Dick Grayson, that is, from DC Comics, the first Robin, and famous superhero, Nightwing. It is now the month of October, which means spookiness is in the air. I really wanted to review the Batman, but that shit got delayed. So enjoy this review of Nightwing.
This is not Spider-Man.
Fuck Spider-Man!
There have been 6-inch Nightwing figures before, but almost all of them are either outdated, overpriced, or outdated and overpriced. Our boy Dick hasn't had a good figure in a while. Good figure. But the figure we're looking at today comes to us from MAFEX. And this Nightwing is a part of their Batman Hush line. And as you can see, I'm a pretty big fan. Dick Grayson is my second favorite DC hero, only behind Batman himself, so you know I couldn't miss out on this figure. The inside of the box has this Hush artwork, and that's pretty cool, but you all know how I feel about boxes. So here he is out of the box, and I just gotta say, this is the best Dick I've ever had in my life.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is the best 1/12 scale Nightwing figure ever made. Now, to be fair, the bar wasn't really set that high, but MAFEX absolutely killed it. Taking a look at his head sculpt, it's perfect. This is literally Jim Lee's artwork brought to life. The sculpt is a little soft, I think it could have used some extra paint, but overall, this is sick. Dick. But not as sick as how they painted his hair. Blue highlights like how hair is drawn in comics? That is brilliant. And it's sculpted really well. My hair kind of looks like this.
Yeah, you wish.
I do think the neck is a little long, or maybe the head just sits a little high. The figure has a sleek, shiny finish throughout the entire body. The Nightwing symbol looks awesome. It goes all the way down his arm, and the paint overall is pretty clean. One thing I find interesting is that his boots are noticeably more glossy than the rest of his costume, which is a pretty cool detail. But then you get a look at his gloves, and these are just left the same color as the rest of him. I don't know if that's a mistake or intentional, but really, I kind of don't care. And then we get a look at his back, and he is absolutely gift wrapped in this spandex onesie, accentuating his muscles, but most importantly, the moneymakers. The Boy Wonders, the Graysons, Starfire's pillows, his ass. For those of you that know Nightwing, you know he is notorious for his cheeks. For years now, there has been this phenomenon that comic book artists draw Nightwing, how do I put this, double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon. And as you can see, MAFEX is all about accuracy. In terms of action figure ass, Nightwing has the best one, only rivaled by Toby's articulated cheeks. And that's pretty much it. Nightwing's costume is very simple, as you can see. It's really hard to mess up a Nightwing figure, although people have tried. But you don't gotta worry about that with this figure. Since this is MAFEX, you get the usual ass ton of accessories. Starting off, you get Nightwing's iconic batons. They're painted a nice silver, and yeah, that's about it. These are literally silver sticks. Or as many of you have said, metal pipes. And of course, he comes with hands to hold those, along with a pair of fists, open hands, spread out hands, and karate chop hands. Then you get these pairs of hands with a spinning baton effect. These are made to look like Nightwing's twirling his batons in his hands, and these are some dope accessories. You can remove them too if you want. And then you get a set of batons attached with a wire. So now you have batons attached via cable. And since it's attached via wire, you can bend it however you want. Very, very similar to what Daredevil has. And this accessory is awesome, as you would expect. But I do have to ask, has Nightwing ever used these? I'm not gonna say he never used a pair of wired batons, but I don't remember him ever using these. Nightwing normally just has a grappling hook, just like Batman, so... Oh wait, never mind. I'm fucking stupid. And then you get a completely separate back. The only difference is there's 2 clips on the back, so what you're supposed to do is completely remove the back of Dick Grayson here. Then it's just a matter of lining up the pegs, and there you go. Now you can have Nightwing with the batons on his back. I do think it's a little odd that instead of holsters, Nightwing just has these growths on his back to hold his batons. But if you ignore that, this is still pretty cool. And last but not least, you get an angry head, with him showing off his pearly whites. And this head is almost perfect until you realize there is paint missing on his mask. MAFEX, you were so close to having a figure without any QC issues. What the fuck is this, man? For $70, this should not be an issue. But besides that, this is great. In fact, all the accessories this figure comes with are great. It would have been cool if they included a grappling hook or some batarangs or Nightwingings, but for the most part, this figure comes with everything you'll need. Oh yeah, the stand. This is a MAFEX figure, so you get the stand, but this is their newer stands, which suck. So, you know, you get the stand itself and the clip, which is actually way too big for the figure, but then you get all this shit. Like, what the hell is all this for? A second clip? A crotch cradle? A pole? I don't even know what this piece is for. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna use all this shit. I don't even like the stand itself. So when they started including all of this crap, it was a bit too much for me. But the articulation? I can't get enough of that shit. The head's at a ball joint at both the head and the neck. Make sure the neck peg is facing the back, and there you go. Homeboy can look up almost all the way. He's got really good butterfly joints, which are actually on ball joints, so you get lots of range there. And then you got your shoulders, your swivels, your elbows, your wrists, and then you got the diaphragm joint and the waist joint. Both of these joints allow for great movement. It's a hell of a lot better than the ab crunch, I can tell you that much. And then you've got drop down legs. And this is the only way you can get his legs together for acrobatic poses. Then you got your double jointed knees, you've got an ankle joint, and a toe joint. In terms of size, Nightwing is a whopping 3 inches, but in terms of height, you know, he's 6 inches. And here he is next to the MAFEX Hush Batman. Batman's a bit taller, but that's completely fine. Here he is next to the Joker. Here he is next to Harley Quinn. No, Nightwing, get away from her. Get away from her! Here he is next to the Mattel Arkham Origins Deathstroke, the MAFEX Hush Superman, the Revoltech Arkham Knight Red Hood, the MAFEX Hush Catwoman. No, Nightwing, get away from her, please! And the Mattel DC Multiverse Starfire. She's quite a bit taller than Nightwing, but that is actually accurate, and I think these two figures work great together. And here he is next to the SH Figuarts Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. He may have articulated cheeks, but in terms of size, Nightwing wins. The Figma Aqua? Nightwing wins. But Spider Criminal, what does this Nightwing look like compared to McFarlane Toys DC figures?
Who?
McFarlane Toys.
Who? That's what I thought. Thank you.
In case it wasn't clear enough, this figure is fucking awesome. It's not perfect, but even still, it quite literally set a new standard. This is the best Nightwing figure we've ever gotten. The articulation is great, the accessories are great, the ass is great. What else could you want? It's so good, give him a little slap, boy. Give him a fucking slap. So I need you all to do yourselves a favor and grab some dick. You can't demonetize me, YouTube, that is actually his name. Currently, he's up on Hobby Link Japan, so I'm gonna have a link down in the comments. Grab yourselves some dick today. I have spoken.
My pronouns are he, not him. 'Cause I'll never be him.